Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Shinta. Today I'm going to tell you the story of a novel called This Testament by John Grisham. The story begins in Washington with an old lonely billionaire named Troy Bolton. Troy is one of the richest men in America. His assets are worth over $11 billion. But his life is miserable. He's sick, sitting in a wheelchair, and he knows he's going to die very soon. Troy has ex-wife and six living children, but this is not a happy family. His children are greedy, spoiled, and completely irresponsible. They don't care about him at all. They are just waiting for him to die so they can divide his $11 billion. Troy knows this and he hates them for it. He calls them vultures, so he decides to fight a final cruelty with them. The fake will and the real will on the last day of his life, Troy invites his entire family to his office building. The family brings their expensive lawyer and psychiatrist to make sure Troy is legally sane when he's seen his will. In front of all the cameras and lawyers, Troy signs a will that divides his money among his children. The family is happy, but as soon as they leave the room, Troy pulls out a different piece of paper. It is a secret handwritten. In this new will, he cancels all his previous wills. He left absolutely nothing to his children and his ex-wife. Instead, he left his entire $11 billion for 21%. A second eliminated doctor named Rachel Lane, after signing this will, Troy rolled his wheelchair to the window and jumped out of the building, ending his life. When the lawyers read the will to the family a few days later, total chaos breaks out. The children and ex-wife are shocked and furious. They immediately hire the meanest lawyers to fight the will in court and prove that Troy was crazy. And now the lawyer who managed Troy is going to have a big problem. They have to find the secret doctor, Raquel Land, to tell her she's a billionaire, but nobody knows where she is. There is a where we meet Nat online. Nat is highly successful lawyer at the firm, but his personal life is completely destroyed. He's a broken man who has just come out of drug and alcohol rehabilitation center for the fourth time. He has lost his marriages and his money because of his addiction. Because Nat needs to get away from his dreadful life in Washington, his boss ends him on a mission to find Marshall. They find out that Marshall is missionary living somewhere deep in the Pantanal Massif, the swamp and jungle region in Brazil. And then Nat flies to Brazil. For men used to expensive streets and big cities, the jungle is a hook show. He travels by small planes and boats, going deeper and deeper into the wild nature. During his slow boat journey, surrounded by quiet nature, Nat starts to change. He realizes he doesn't want to drink alcohol anymore. He starts to feel sick for the first time in years. And finally, Nat finds Rachel Lane. She's living in a very small, remote village, teaching and helping the indigenous people. She lives without electricity, running water, or any modern technology. When I tell her that her father died and she just inherited $11 the calculation is surprising. She doesn't care. She doesn't want the money. She does know that the money is evil and it will only drain her peaceful life and her world for good. While Nat is in the village, he gets very sick with dengue fever. He almost dies. Rachel takes care of him during his recovery. Rachel talks to him about fight, forgiveness, and letting go of his past mistakes. Because of her poor heart, Nat finally forgave himself for his past addictions. He left the jungle as a completely new servant. And then toward back home, Nat returns to America while he was finding rich in the jungle. Troy's family was starting a massive legal war. The family's lawyer used dirty tricks, spread lies, and try everything to break the will. Nat tries to explain to his law firm that Raquel really doesn't want the money, but legally things are very complicated. Nat realized that he cannot stand the greedy corporate world anymore, and then the contrast between Rachel's poor life in the jungle and the toxic greed of Troy's family in Washington makes Nat sick. He decided to quit his job as a lawyer. He just wants to go back to Brazil to see Michael again. And then the tragic and the ending, the legal battle finally ends with a settlement, but Nat doesn't care. He flies back to the Pantanal jungle. He takes the long boat ride again, hoping to see Raquel. But when he arrived at the village, he received heartbreaking news. Raquel has passed away. She caught malaria and died while Nat was back in America. Nat is the faster. The local people gave Nat a piece of paper that Raquel left for him. It is her own handwritten will. In her will, she still refused to take the billions for herself. Instead, she puts the money into a special trust fund to protect the environment and help the indigenous tribes of the Pantanal. The story ends with Nat standing by Michael's simple grave in the jungle. He is sad, but he's also completely free. He's no longer a drone. He's no longer a stressless lawyer, and thanks to Troy's crazy will and Michael's pure heart, Nat Aureli finally found his true purpose in life. And this is the story of this statement. Thank you so much for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.